This morning, we're looking at insecurity in Nigeria and also how it's affecting our mental health, your mental health. Insecurity in Nigeria has significant impacts on the mental health of its citizens. You would agree with me. Constant threats, violence, and uncertainty can lead to heightened stress, anxiety, and trauma among the population. The fear of attacks, displacement, and loss contributes to a pervasive sense of insecurity, negatively affecting the overall mental well-being of individuals and communities. To join this conversation, you can call or drop a WhatsApp message via the number showing on your TV screen, which is 08075992766. As you call, please do stay away from your TV set to enable us hear you better. We're talking about insecurity and your mental health. How has this affected you? What has this done to you? What kind of trauma has it put you through? I think we should start here first.
Yeah.
What's your take on all of this mental health, insecurity?
So, you know, the thing is, right, Aisha, last year, or should I say early this year when we started with Samaya, I was telling her that one of my New Year resolutions is to wake up one day and not see, you know, bandits attacking this community or this society or, you know, kidnapping, killing.
That's really a strong New Year resolution.
But it was actually the second in my list. The first was for me to go for Hajj this year, which she was so happy to, you know, she wanted to steal from it anyway. But then that was my wish, and that's my prayer, and I'm still praying for that, and I'm hoping that will happen, because people are going through a lot. There are people that literally told me they couldn't sleep because of, you know, certain things that's happening. Look at the explosion in Kaduna, you know, and then look at the explosion that happened in Ibadan, and then the fire outbreaks, you know, a lot of things happening to people, losing their properties, their lives, their loved ones. Already we have a caller. Good morning.
Interesting. Good morning.
I'm watching your program live.
Okay. Welcome
your
to the program.
Name and location, please.
I'm calling from Kaduna.
Okay. Your name and location. Oh, sorry, your name.
My name is Kabir. I'm calling from Kaduna.
Okay, Kabir. Thank you so much. You can go ahead with your contribution.
My prayer for the government is that the tackling of the insecurity should work for the 6 months. That is my prayer.
Okay. How has the insecurity affected your mental health in any way?
Actually, nothing I can say about it, but I'm praying. I'm just praying that the God, the federal government to solve the issue of insecurity that is facing the country. That is just my idea.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Kabir. I think Kabir doesn't really have much to say. He's praying and wishing the government should do something.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kabir. Okay, so yeah, you know, right, you know, the call is going to keep coming, and people will definitely give us their, you know, their take on what the government should do and how it's also affecting, because I know that a lot of people are not happy with the situation in the country.
I think I'll go first to talk about this mental health issue. I think maybe people are not getting the picture of what we're talking about when we say mental health. So there is anxiety, there is depression. There is trauma. Let's say for someone who has gone through one of the, say, insecurity issues, say maybe you have gone through, you've had your fair share in the hands of kidnappers, say within the FCT. I can only talk about the FCT because this is where we're staying. I recall I had this one chance experience sometime, although it didn't happen all the way through. Okay, we have another caller. I'm going to come back to my own experience. Odile. So, good morning. Where are you calling us from?
Your name and location, please. Can you lower the volume of your phone?
Your TV set or something.
Is it a TV? It sounds like a noise where he is. Or do call us back, please, because we can barely hear you. Okay, so Aisha,
okay,
you were saying.
So back to what I was saying. So I remember it didn't happen all the way through. I think I was coming from Kubwa side, coming down to Utako, and that was my very first experience.
Yeah, I remember when you walked in.
It was my very first experience in Abuja, and I had to come for a morning show like this that day, and so I came down and I took a cab from. I know I didn't take it at a designated park. That I would say was my fault. However, I took this cab and they weren't suspecting at all. Like the people in the vehicle,
they looked normal, like every other passenger.
Do you understand? Yeah. And then I entered this vehicle, and then with the movement and the way they were behaving and the whole strategy, everyone in Abuja would understand the kind of strategy that they use. If you have had one experience or two, or you must have heard from somebody, you'd know the kind of strategy they use. And when I eventually realized that these people are one chance operators, I just said, you know what? I'm alighting. I want to come down from the vehicle. And they didn't even make a fuss. I came down and immediately they sped off. And that was when it dawned on me that I had just had an experience. I was there. I was shaking. I think for the better part of that week, even throughout that month, I had my fair share of trauma. So that's part of the mental health issues that we're talking about.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your location, your name and your location, please.
I'm Pastor Haruna from Usa in Taraba State.
Okay, thank you so much for calling us this morning. Go ahead with your take.
God bless you. This insecurity in Nigeria, it has become a very worse situation because, you see, many people are running away from Usa in particular because of this insecurity to Jalingo. When they reach Jalingo, the insecurity still follow them. They run away from Jalingo, Taraba State to Abuja. Abuja now is not safe. Now, where are people going to run to? But the big men, they have security. Why is it that they cannot make security to be there for the villages? So that people will not just be running from villages to the town. So may God also help us so that, yes, the government will look into this case. In 6 months, as you say, tinubu wants to do something within 6 months.
Okay, so Pastor, has the insecurity affected your mental health in any way? You know, maybe you've seen what has happened to some people close to you.
Seriously, in this case, since last 2 years, nobody has anything called peace. You have no peace, you have lost loved ones, you have lost your money, you have lost everything, even sense of reasoning. Even people believe in God. Many people, they don't even believe as if God is hearing their prayers anymore because you need to keep on rising. Keep on rising. Day by day, you sleep with one eye closed in your own house. Many people have left their home that they do with their hard-earned money. Many people have run away. And even in the church, it is affecting even churches, even mosques. So it affects a lot of people, even myself personally. It affects me because there are many people that, yes, supposed not to be my responsibility, but now they now become my responsibility.
Right.
So please, you should continue in this campaign and let the government hear us so that they can be able to do something very quickly. If you see the police station where we have here, when the insecurity was there, police are only guiding themselves because they cannot go anywhere. No machinery. They don't have even weapon up to the those that are pursuing and killing people.
Thank you so much.
It's only when the people have died that they kill people that they will rush go there. They will go there after 1 day, they will just come back. And tomorrow again, another thing will happen. Is that how they control the insecurity?
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. From what you have said, I can hear fear, apprehension, and also you're calling on the government to do their part in securing the lives and property of citizens in Nigeria. Thank you so much for your contribution. We do hope that this goes out to the government, and we're also on our own part as media, we're going to keep conversing and campaigning. So just so the security that we so want in the country, we get it. Thank you for your contribution this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. You know, like he rightly said, you know, it doesn't really have to happen to you for you to go through the anxiety or depression or the trauma.
You know,
because
it doesn't even have to happen to you personally.
That's what I'm saying.
Even if it's just you're hearing this happen to your neighbor. Okay, so I heard about what happened in some estates in Lube, and I stay around that area, and then these estates are very close to my side. And then I'm like, I pass through this particular place every day.
So you'll be cautious every day because you'll be having this fear of being attacked.
I have this fear and anxiety whenever I have to pass
because
through
you don't
that
know what
estate.
will come. You know, so
I don't know
get
what to expect. So it's not just about whether it's happening to you or not. So long as you can hear that it has happened to somebody, you just put yourself in that person's shoe and you're like, what if this happens to me? What if this happens to me?
And then don't forget to send us WhatsApp messages as well if you can't reach us via the phone numbers showing on your screen. And then Aisha, you know, I've had my own share of the trauma and anxiety, not just you know, what has happened to close people that I know, or you know, friends or families, but even, you know, what is happening to Nigerians is enough to put you in that situation, because these are people's lives that they are losing. People are losing their loved ones.
And I think Nigerians have moved from oh, we are not feeding well, we're not clothing well, we're not living well. I think the main concern of Nigerians now is security.
Security. You know, so, and last week, I remember, okay, we have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location, please.
My name is Collins. I'm calling from...
Please, can you reduce the volume? Can you tone down the volume of your TV set? We can hear your voice coming back.
Okay, can you hear me well now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So I'm watching you live from Benin State, Boko, precisely.
Lower the volume of your TV set so that we can hear you. Your voice is bouncing back.
What about now? Can you hear me properly?
So it's better now. What's your name and where are you calling us from?
My name is Collins. I'm calling from Boko in Benin State.
Okay, Collins, good morning
Benin.
and welcome to the show. What's your contribution this morning?
My contribution is that this issue of mental health regarding the security in Nigeria, the security situation in Nigeria is affecting everybody.
Right.
Except if somebody is not aware. But even if you are not aware, it is affecting everybody. Everybody lives in fear now because there's nowhere that is safe. You hear about insecurity everywhere. While I was watching this program, I see so on the headline that an army officer and 2 others have been killed in Agatu in Benin State. These are unimaginable things and they keep happening.
Right.
We want to call on the Nigerian government this time to get it right about the security situation. Let it not be business as usual.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much, Collins. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and for your contribution. We hope that the government will do something, you know, from what you all have been calling to say and contribute on this topic of discussion. So, Aisha.
But then again, I think we can only just keep saying we hope the government does something. The government does something. The government, on their own part, are saying they are doing something. I mean,
well, we can't say that they are not doing anything at the end of the day because we see that
we're not seeing the impact of these things that they're doing.
So
right,
let's come back to that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Your name and location, please. And can you turn down the volume of your TV set, please?
All right. I'm Monday from Mukana, Akwa Ibom State.
Okay, Monday from Akwa Ibom. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. What's your take on the topic what we are discussing today?
Really, when we talk of the security, it looks like the politicians that have it now. The politicians now are controlling up to 50 to 60 security, while the villagers are suffering security to protect them. So we have to look into it because it's not the best in a country like Nigeria. Thank you.
Okay, Monday, I'd like to know, how has this affected your mental health?
Really, you know, to even go out to urinate is something of fear. And to enter a car to either the next local government It's something of fear because this is insecurity. You don't know what is happening in that very side.
You don't know what to expect, really.
And then when you come to the media like you are discussing now, you will even fear either what is happening in Abuja there, your brothers and sisters are staying there. And when you say come home, it's not even easy to pass through the road.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning, Monday from Akwa Ibom. I'm hearing fear. I keep hearing fear from all of the callers calling in. But then we can only just say you have to try as much as possible to ensure that you maintain a stable and sane mental health, because security is a personal responsibility, irrespective of how much we're calling on the government, the authorities, the police, and other security operatives to take charge to ensure that our security is ensured and restored. It's still a personal responsibility. Okay. And we have another caller joining us this morning. Good morning, and where are you calling us from?
Morning, and where are you calling me from?
Good morning, my name is Paul.
Please, I didn't get that.
Please, can you turn down the volume of your TV set? Can you turn down the volume of your TV set, please?
Yes, I've done that.
Okay.
So your name and location, please.
Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
My name is Paul Mahmoud.
Okay.
Okay. Did I hear Tom from Owerri?
I thought I had. Okay, Simon or Tom from Kogi State. Okay, thank you so much for joining us.
Paul Mahmoud.
Okay, Paul, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
So let's have your take on our topic this morning.
Yes, I'm seeing it now. What I want to tell you this morning is this. All the northern governors, are you hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Not the northern governors.
All the northern governors with the head of state, that is tinubu, all the senators from the north, all the House of Representatives from the north.
Why the north? Why the north?
Beg them. This one is true. I'm in the northern state now. Let them beg these people. If you cannot beat them, join them. You understand? There are too much everywhere, you can't sleep. I say I was kidnapped in 2022. Up to this minute, if I don't take drugs, I don't sleep. So that one is actually affecting me badly. So let them beg them for us. They know them. Let them beg them.
Paul, I'm happy you're calling us this morning. I'm very particular about your case because you're someone who just said you were kidnapped sometime back. And I can only imagine what you've been going through. You did mention that you're unable to sleep. Maybe sometimes you still can't sleep the way you ought to sleep. How has it been for you so far? I mean, your experience all through your family, what kind of support have you gotten just to help your mental health? Hello, Paul. Are you still there?
I think we've lost Paul.
Lost him.
Yeah, I think we've lost Paul. You know, I understand. Okay, we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your name and location, please. And can you turn down the volume of your TV set?
All right. Okay, so calling from Lagos State.
Sorry?
Yes.
We didn't get that. Your name and location, please.
Okay, Umaru calling from Ebonyi State.
Umaru calling from Ebonyi. I can still hear myself and Aisha on your background right now. Can you please turn down the volume of your TV set? Or do call us back.
Yes, we can hear you. So go ahead.
All right. Insecurity this country has affected our mental health in so many ways.
Okay.
For instance, one of not being able to do it maybe for some days is not mentally healthy because of the challenges we are facing.
I can barely
You can't come out to urinate in the night. You can't go out freely. There's nothing you do freely in this country anymore. Even if you market to buy food for your face, what is your face when we have that.
I think we have to drop this call, and maybe you can call us back again because we can barely hear you. There's some sound coming from your end. You can call us back or drop a WhatsApp message on the same number you're calling us from. You know, Aisha, I understand what the last caller is, his anger, his agitations. I could understand that. You know, it's not easy, even though we have not been there, we've not been in his shoes. You know, it's not easy to be kidnapped and then be released. You know, even coming out alive is something to be grateful for. But then the trauma is something that you cannot do away with. Okay, so let's take some WhatsApp messages, and this is coming from His Royal Highness Alhaji Muhammadu Baba Indanoko Sakion Wasa of Lokoja Zaki. And he said, good morning, Trustee. We trust you all are well. Insecurity, whether it's about one's personal or professional life, can have a profound impact on mental health. Right now, the insecurity in Abuja is as a result of failure to secure its people. Oftentimes, citizens were left to injustice of leadership. They all ran out of state to Abuja. Today, the crime is at their safe abode. This is a wake-up call to them all. When someone feels insecure, they may experience anxiety, depression, or even self-doubt. They may have trouble focusing on work or other tasks and may have trouble sleeping. Over time, insecurity can lead to feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. I have a journey to Kaduna, but I'm not sure and feel secure, so I'm not sure and I don't feel secure. I can't anymore. Until the government takes security of low class like us seriously, there will not be any meaningful development or growth in the country, and it will affect the economic activities of the country, and you and I will feel the impact immensely. They should note this too. This can cause someone to withdraw from friends and family and can lead to isolation and loneliness. Insecurity can also lead to negative self-talk and low self-esteem. So it's clear that insecurity can have a significant impact on mental health. And thank you so much.
That's a lot from His Royal Highness.
He's a diplomat writer.
Alhaji Muhammad Baba Idanoko Sarikin Wasa of Lokoja Zaki. That's
he's always, he has always given us an in-depth explanations and his take on, every topic that we come up with every Saturday.
And now he's saying that insecurity can lead to feelings of hopelessness and helplessness.
Okay,
we have another caller on the line. Good morning. What's your name and location, please?
Well, this is Fidelis from Asaba, Director.
Thank you so much, Fidelis, for joining us on the program. But you may have to turn down the volume of your TV sets just so we can hear ourselves, because I can hear myself in the background.
Okay, I have turned it down.
Okay. You're welcome to Daybreak Extra on Trust TV. So what's your take on our topic this morning?
I think it is high time we talk to ourselves. Nigerians, we really have to talk to ourselves. At first, we always blame the politicians and leaders for the insecurity in Nigeria. But it's high time to talk to ourselves and that politicians have to get serious. Now, everybody's feeling the heat. Whether you're in Abuja, whether you're in Delta, whether you're in the States, whether you're in Niger, everybody is feeling the heat. It's time we tell ourselves the truth. And once we start telling ourselves the truth, we start getting it right. We don't let that time for the politicians to sit in their mansions and surrender themselves with policemen and military men and think that all is well. It can never be well. It can never be well.
But I'd like to hear from you personally, though. I'd like to hear from you personally. How has this affected your mental health?
Of course, we are living in fear. I can't travel to Abuja the way I do. I can't visit my friend in Kaduna. I'm afraid. It's terrible. I can't go to Lagos freely. I'm afraid of being kidnapped. A friend of mine just called the father, a common brother was kidnapped, and they are buying for 150 million.
Wow.
They end up paying 1 million. They have to borrow. They have to borrow. They even call me to borrow money to pay for their friend, for their father. 1 million naira. Now they paid 1 million naira. The man had their need. Now they're going to get the money to pay the best tax. It's terrible. So it's not even only the rich, not the poor. Everybody is a target. They do random kidnapping. Before kidnapping, you normally go look out for the big guys and catch them. But now they just do random kidnapping. The poor man is not free. The rich man is not free. So we are very careful. We really know how to talk to ourselves, and government need to talk to themselves. It's not about being financial. It's about taking responsibility of their actions. Everybody is afraid. Yes. Both the rich. And that's why many people are living in Nigeria the more. Both the rich, both the poor. We need to talk to ourselves and get it right.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning. I understand that this particular insecurity threat, it's not just for, there's no particular target. It's just anybody. You just have to be watchful and mindful of your security. And now we have to take another WhatsApp message. This is from Joel Baba Alfa. He's a conflict manager from Jos Plateau State. And he says, social insecurity marked by factors like economic instability or political unrest can deeply impact mental health on a collective level. The constant stress and fear stemming from such insecurity can lead to widespread anxiety and distrust. Moreover, when a society grapples with these challenges, it becomes susceptible to conflicts as people may seek outlets for their frustrations or vie for control in uncertain times. So, tackling societal insecurity is crucial, not just for stability, but also for safeguarding the mental well-being of communities at large. So, and he's probably preferring ways we can curb insecurity. And he says, 1, investing in economic stability through job creation and social welfare programs can alleviate societal insecurity by providing people with stable employment and essential services. And his second way to curb insecurity is promoting inclusive governance with transparent decision-making processes, addressing the root causes of insecurity, fostering trust and stability within the society. That's a huge take from Joel Baba Alfa, and we do appreciate your contribution on the program this morning. And I cannot but agree with what he's saying. I couldn't even agree more with all he has said on that particular message.
like I rightly said, every time, either Joel or Baba, okay, we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and location, please.
Mohammed Modibo calling from Gombe State.
Thank you so much, Mohammed Modibo, for calling us. Let's hear your take on the topic of discussion.
Yeah, let me start by saying the issue of insecurity in Nigeria is lamentably unclear. The primary responsibility of every responsible government is to protect the lives and properties of citizens. But as it is today, Nigerians are in bondage as a result of insecurity. Nigerians cannot move freely in their own country from one end to another, be for ceremonies or tourism, visiting tourism sites as it were in those days when people travel for fun to visit tourist sites. No one can do that again in this country as a result of insecurity. So I think the best thing for us to do as a government is to ensure that the sister security agencies work in collaboration with one another. They should share intelligence information among them, and they should try as much as they can to live in harmony. And for the people of Nigerians, they should try to fish out bad eggs among us, those who are aiding and abetting these criminals, who are assisting them and giving them information, pinpointing people for them to kidnap and get money. And we have to also ensure that we do away with condoning impunity as a government. Anybody who is caught in this act, he should be dealt with according to the law of the land. Let there be no sacred cows when it comes to serving justice. Let people be treated equally. And Nigerians should also bear this at the back of their mind, that there is no any section of this country that is not having its own peculiar security challenges. So there is not anywhere in this country that is safe today. So Nigerians want to be free and salvage from this terrible and unacceptable situation. A situation that is trying to bring the country down on its knees economically, because there is no way this thing is affecting our economic growth and development. Because no anybody outside the shores of this country will come and place under this chaotic and rancorous security situation of our country. So we have to, this security issue is everybody's business. All hands must be on deck for us to get out of this mess. We are hoping and praying that the government will do the needful, let the people also be patriotic enough to do the needful, so as for us to get out of this mess. That is my little take. Thank you very much for this wonderful
opportunity. Thank you so much, Mohammed Madibo. Thank you so much. He's one of our constant callers every Saturday.
From Gombe, right?
And yes, His Royal Highness are always, calling or sending messages to give us in-depth
analysis. But one key thing I took from what he said is that we shouldn't allow impunity. When the authorities and security operatives apprehend these people who are perpetuating this chaos, they should be dealt with, and I couldn't agree more. And another thing he said was insecurity is a responsibility for the government and also individuals. We have another caller calling us right now. Good morning. Your name and your location, please.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name and location, please. Oh, thank you so much, His Royal Highness. Yes, thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. I really feel like speaking to you guys on phone today.
Okay, thank you so much for calling.
The wonderful job you guys are doing, may Allah reward you all.
Thank you, I mean.
The fact is that the insecurity in the country is becoming alarming.
Right.
We the citizens, we don't have opinion in the architectural system of security in the country. And as such, people became aggressive as citizens, that every given opportunity we find people in crime. Until citizens are taken in the systems of security and the well-being of the country. I've seen the method of governance right from historian backgrounds of journals, that governments are just for the few individual, the way they are taking it till date. You see one person having like 20, 15 police, while a common citizen cannot boast of one security to himself. And that is because of the fact that those that are governing the lesser people take it upon themselves to do what they feel is right, not doing what is right for the country. In the sense that they bring people in, ask them what exactly is the problem. I report a case to police just quite recent about a guy that has been taking drugs to streets. And do you know the fullest part of it?
No.
The state police I reported the case to do come to that junction to collect remittance from those people. I have an evidence on this. So what become of a person like me to report such case going forward? When I know the trust is not between myself and the police around me. So those are things that is becoming elaborate and expanding day by day and causing harm to the ordinary citizens of this country.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You can never hear any of the government officials being kidnapped. It's just the common people like us. So on conclusion, I really want us to dwell on the fact of taking security of citizens with utmost priority, so that at the end of the day, we'll get it right to where we head to. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
That's quite a heavy allegation on the police operatives. He did say that he reported a case and then he only found out now that the police themselves are also culpable. So that's an allegation.
Yeah, so until proven, even if you have an evidence, until it's put out there, people will still say, oh no, it's not like that. You know, this is not the only story that we've been hearing of, you know, that alleges like that are being rendered on either police or any uniformed person. So, and then don't forget what, you know, I had to go look for the Punch this morning when we said, they said 87, over 87 FCT residents killed and 176 kidnapped under Tinubu within the time that he has become a president, just in Abuja.
And those figures are alarming.
And, you know, and within, from February to January now, you know, so it's actually quite alarming. This is just in FCT. We are not even talked about other parts of the country. And then let's not also forget what the retired general also said about the strategy. Hello, good morning. Where are you calling us from? Your name and location, please.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Omar calling from Katsina.
Thank you, Omar. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just wondering when you started the program, and you said that the responsibility of the government or individuals also. That said, I was wondering how are these protect themselves? I think it is very, very important for you to tell the government that it has full responsibility. As far as the part, I think the best part is all the authorities that they see for the people, and it's not that it's something. I'm not very wanted to know how arms to confront all these things. Very sophisticated in the government. The problem of the government is to protect the security, the welfare, and the needs of people. And I'm very concerned with everybody. They are doing this actually
Okay, thank you so much for that contribution. We really do appreciate all the calls, you know, and then the good thing is, for those that have been calling trying to hear themselves, you can actually go back and watch this this video when we drop it on our social media handles, so you can actually just record yourself and, you know, share with your loved ones. You know, when you call, you don't have to hear yourself. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you. Thank you. So, you know, I was actually saying, you know, it's quite concerning for every Nigerian. You know, when you're discussing issues or topics like this, people always want to be part of it and, you know, lend their own voices and say one or two things.
You know, issues that have to do with security is paramount, and it concerns everybody. Everybody. Nobody can say, oh no, this doesn't concern me, or I'm not from this particular region, or it's only bothers this region. Because when you even look at it now, it's affecting every region. It's not just the north, it's not just the south, it's everywhere and it's everyone. So we have a caller on the line right now. Good morning, your name and your location, please.
Good morning. I'm Pastor Linus Lunakan.
Okay, Dr. Linus. Where are you calling us from?
Calling from Gombe, Kaltingo local government.
Thank you so much.
So let's have your contribution, please.
Go ahead with your contribution.
Yeah, with the current insecurity in the country, I want to let everyone know that it's affecting psychologically. So when you walk on the street, you have some money with you, you are not safe.
Mr. Linus, you'd have to turn down the volume of your TV. You'd have to turn down the volume of your TV.
Turn down the volume of your TV a bit, because there's a delay here.
You are always in a hurry to make things done, and most of the time you see those people who are having government protect us. Police have given themselves to be big name protectors, political protectors, while we that they say police is a friend, they are no longer our friends again because they are not protecting our properties. They have been protecting people who have money. We that we don't have money, we are on our own. So let everybody know that mentally is affecting us as well. So let everybody decide on his own to take care of his family and take care of his people around him. If you see something that is going on wrong, alert people who can help you. Sometimes we alert police before they will come. Those people have already achieved their aim and have already left. The police will be searching, the army will be searching. Why are they doing what manners of things of which we are not okay with it? So please, I want to tell you that let everyone tighten up his belt. If we think of insecurity is going to come to an end, it's not going to come to an end. Even though we are praying for God's intervention, but the more we pray, the more things get bad because we don't have leaders. But I appreciate what Tinubu is doing now.
Okay.
I appreciate him because he's really trying about the bringing of revival in the armed forces to take responsibility. We pray it's going to work. We pray that he is going to stand by every citizen in this nation, be it a poor, be it a wealthy person. He's going to do justice to every one of us to see that we are protected. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you so much for your contribution this morning.
Thank you so much.
And then we're going to take we're taking another WhatsApp message now. We have this one from Salamatu Adamu Shehu from Kaduna State, and she says insecurity, particularly the fear of kidnapping, have a significant impact on our mental health. It leads to heightened stress, anxiety, and even post-traumatic stress disorder for those directly or indirectly affected. The constant fear of our personal safety contribute to feelings of helplessness and vulnerability, affecting our overall being and daily functioning. Wallahi, I've been very scared throughout this week, and because of these things happening, I didn't go out. That's quite a sad one there from Salamatu.
That's actually a depressing one for her not to even be able to go out. You know, with that fear, it's actually a post-traumatic disorder for her because she's seeing what's happening to other people and she's scared it shouldn't happen to her. But at the end of the day, you know, whether you're in your house or out,
that's what
anything
I was just going to say.
happen.
The funny thing about this insecurity thing is not
they invade into people's houses also. Yeah, but then we are not hoping for that.
But then these people still come to your house.
Come to you as you know your own safety, you know, safe space.
Look
and
at
still
the case
attack
of Buhari, for God's sake. I mean, the man whose daughters
and even the invasion on the army estate yesterday that they invaded, and yes, so you know the whole situation, you know, is just alarming, and we hope that, you know, with all that we have been able to do this morning, the government will hear us, they will hear you, your contributions and your takes, you know, and then look into the whole situation and maybe come up with strategies that they can tackle this insecurity in our country. And you know, it's not just Nigeria, it's everywhere, because when we see things happening to other people in other countries, it's also, you know, affecting us one way or the other, because people are losing their loved ones than their lives.
And drawing from what the callers this morning have said, there has been a number of allegations on the police, and also they're saying the security operatives and outfits are culpable in this insecurity threat that we're having in our country. But this is a call, a wake-up call to the Inspector General of Police and also the commissioners of police across all the states. Just so you know, people are alleging that your men are culpable. However, these are allegations, but we want you to ensure that you put your best foot forward, just so security is a priority, because that is your mandate, that is what you're there for, and you're the only one who we can put our trust on. So, and also, there's also calls to the government to do their part, and also individuals. It remains your right to protect yourself. Yes, we know that it's a primary responsibility of the government. However, it's also an individual responsibility ensure you're safe, keep safe. If you see something, say something.
I think that's a slogan. I like that. If you see something, say something.
Right.
And I think that's the slogan that we should, have a hashtag on. And then, okay, so that's the much we can take this morning on our phone in and your WhatsApp messages. And we are sorry for those that we have not been able to read their WhatsApp messages. We hope you keep another time with us next week on the Daybreak Extra when we open lines to hear from you again.